Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Ongaku to you for the week of March 2nd, 2018. Part 2 for this week, I guess.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we lost a member, so it's only me and Gray. It's your host, Ken. Only me and Gray today, so dos compadres once again.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. We'll knock it out of the park. One of our
It'll
members was
be
hungry, and it's not fair to make her starve to do the show. So I hope she's enjoying her
yeah,
pancakes.
knowing our luck, this will probably be a 2-hour episode.
I don't know. As late as it is, I got a long day tomorrow. But we'll do what we'll do what we can. Like I don't like you don't want to
yeah,
rush it. But
yeah. But yeah, let's kind of go down to what we were listening to lately. We weren't able to do it with our Scandal episode because we were mostly just all Scandal 24/7 right there. So,
oh yeah.
what have you been listening to lately? Gary?
Well, I'm still really digging the Joyful Monster album. I know we took the week off, so you're like 2 weeks. You still can't be listening. No, no, it's still wrecking my life in 80 ways, and I love it. Uh, like, 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 man, Joyful Monster it's a beast. I love that album. But I have also been listening to a little group by the name Spy Air. Um, I don't know how popular they are, but they did the third opening to Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans called Rage of Dust, and I really love that song. And I actually went out and listened to an earlier. I had bought an earlier album that they did because I really like Rage of Dust. So they finally added their latest album, which I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, Kingdom something. Um, and so I downloaded that and was giving that a listen to. And the only song I really love on there is Rage of Dust, but it's not a terrible album. It's just not great. But Rage of Dust is amazing. Um, and I'm a huge Gundam fan, so I've made it my personal mission to have to like own all of the openings for Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. I've got three. I've got three of them. I just need the fourth. And I couldn't even tell you the name of that song. But my two favorite, Raise Your Flag by Man with a Mission and Rage of Dust by Spy Air,
Yeah.
are two stellar songs. And uh, Gundam Iron Blood Orphans is amazing anyway. So, uh, but I did get that. I was listening to that, and other than that, I've been listening to some Scandal and stuff. Just I had a big exam this week, and I just when I study, I usually listen to Scandal. They help me focus, I guess, because I've listened to their music for 2.5 years. No, 3 years. Going on four. I've been listening to their music for so long. It's like I can both listen to it and sing with it, and listen to it and not utter a word and just focus. So I've been listening to that, and that's been pretty much it. But the good news is I passed my exam, so hooray! So
Woohoo!
I've got free time now,
Woohoo!
with nothing much better to do. So I'm hoping next week, like I'll be like, oh, I listened to this, and this, and this, and this, but I'll probably have listened to a lot more Joyful Monster. It's a beast in my
uh,
life right now. Like I love it. Like I still want a T-shirt with like little Glee Monster on it. Just like own the fact I like them.
well, when I go to Japan this year, maybe I'll try go and find one.
Extra large.
Extra large. Yes, I have to get extra large. If I can find 2XL, dude, that'll be a rarity. But I'll try and find it.
Well, I'm a large in America, and I bought large T-shirts when I was in Japan, and those things are skin tight, and I don't wear skin tight clothing. So
Yeah.
I
Man, you don't want to look like those K-pop stars, then.
uh no. If I was ripped, yes, I'm not the opposite of ripped, but I'm not the fittest person either, so I'm like, I like loose flowing clothes. It does not necessarily baggy, but just like it drapes my body and it's not hugging my contours. No, I'm good. I don't need that in my life. I'm insecure enough as is. It's the last thing I need. So, but no, I'd love a little. Next time you go to Japan, if you pick me up a Scandal T-shirt and a little Glee Monster T-shirt, I will reimburse you because like those are the two things
I
I've
still
wanted.
have to. I still have a couple of things I need to send you regardless that I've bought in over the last couple of years that I need to send you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, maybe you can just hand them to me in a couple of months.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll get to that.
Yes, we will.
So, recently,
What have you been listening to?
I've been listening to I've been mostly listening to Eastern Youth, old alternative rock band back in the 90s, 80s, and 90s. Their new album came out. It was called Sung Into You, which is just a rip on Sung Into You. It's really good. I really do like Eastern Youth. Eastern Youth is pretty good alternative rock band. I would highly recommend them if you guys really like rock. And then I got into this Eurobeat like craze. I don't know why. If you guys don't know, Eurobeat is really popular in Japan, mostly in the arcades because they play all these high tempo. It's like pre EDM type of music.
Well, I mean,
So,
like Japanese arcades are so awesome. Like it makes you deeply regret that arcades are not a thing in America. Like they were in the 80s, but
yeah,
unfortunately
yeah,
they didn't
not
survive out of
anymore.
the 80s. But like when I was in Japan, like me and a friend, like I think we spent easily $100 playing Persona 4 Ultimate just in an arcade, like 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 2-3 times a week. Like we just spend 4 hours there, playing. We had a blast. Like
Oh
gosh.
man,
Although the Mario Kart game
yeah.
was also fun. I still have my banana card.
Yeah. And then I did get Arashi's new single, Find the Answer, and I really like it.
I did not
We
know
can talk
Arashi
more
had a new
about that.
singer, a new single. I'll
Yeah,
have to check that out.
it topped this, but
Shows you
we
how
can.
connected I am. Like I've had one of those weeks. I'm like, well, if I make it to
One of
Friday and
those.
I'm still in one piece, I will have succeeded in my week. It's been a rough one. It has been a rough week.
Understand the feeling, man. Understand. But yeah, I'm only listening to a couple things, and a couple scandal stuff. But that was just to kind of hammer down my top 5 list from the last episode. But yeah, not too much. But yeah, let's continue on to the news. And why don't you start with our number one news that just kind of broke within the last couple of days?
Yes. Well, and I guess we should probably pull up everywhere they're going. Because I don't know. But if you're a Babymetal fan, they are touring the United States. They have a new album out. They are going on a huge tour, and they are going to be right around the corner from where I live. So I'm not a Babymetal fan, so it's a little interesting for me. Is because Japanese groups never come my neck of the woods. So, uh, but I'd be definitely willing to check out Babymetal, and I'm definitely willing to go to the concert, provided you know I can. But we're also working because I think all three of us are try to go to the concert together. Logistically, that may or may not work
Yes.
out. That'll be a whole wait and see. If we do have a few things planned that I think you guys will like, but um, that's it's still it'll they're touring in May. I know
Yeah,
here is
they're
May.
two. They're
Go ahead.
May 17th. They're going in the U.S. the entire month of May. Mostly going to the. I wouldn't know how to say this. Mostly in Texas. Like three of the dates are in Texas. Um, they're going to Kansas City, Austin, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Charlotte, Nashville, Columbus, and then in June they are going to Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, and the UK,
And their
all within a
tickets are not
span of
cheap.
like a week.
Their tickets are
How
not cheap.
how much are the tickets?
The
Okay,
cheapest is
for
$52.
okay.
That like the Fillmore is standing room only, so for $52 you're going to stand. So
I'm
yeah,
going to stand for 3 hours and probably
love every minute of it.
have my ears blown out. I love every minute of it.
Well, now the most expensive ticket, the first entry VIP, is going for $969.
Okay, there's my wallet is crying somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I just a high pitched cry in my house right now. Did heard that. Uh, but yeah, if we do, if we're gonna try. All three of us gonna try go. If
Oh yeah,
it logistically pans out, um, if it does, we will probably be doing a live show, or we'll be doing a video of some sort to kind of just show what we were doing.
yeah. Like it'll be a it'll be wait and see. I mean, May is well, it's around the corner, but it's also a long time from now, and there's a lot of factors involved. Because I think everyone here is going to have a new job by then. Well, maybe you might keep your job, Ken, but I know Luna's starting a new job. I'm going to be starting in a new field. Like things are going to be a little crazy, so it may not even come down to a money issue. It could just be a time issue, depending on how things
Yeah.
pan out. So there's a lot of factors involved. So I don't want anyone to think like it's a definite certainty. But if the window's there, we'll definitely try to make it happen. So also it's really expensive for you, and I'd feel really bad if you spent the more than the 969 to come to the show.
Yeah, no worries. I think the tickets are cheaper than that. Granted,
Hopefully.
for me, it'd be like traveling halfway across the world to see them.
It's more of a quarter, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's probably a big news for them if you guys are a Babymetal fan,
Yeah.
and you guys do live in nearby there, or even in Europe because they have a Europe tour date too. So if you guys are interested, try and go and support them. That might be enticing them to do more concerts and maybe have more acts to have.
Yeah, that's my hope is that this will be kind of a gateway for other groups to tour in America because I know Scandal like they've had like one tour in America and it was only like two or three stops. Um but like they tour in Europe all the time. It seems like it. So um, like I know there's other Japanese bands that they'll tour in Europe, but but for whatever reasons, like not that many people come around here to America. So I'm hoping this changes. I would love to see a wider cast of groups. I do have I do have the official U.S. tour dates if you want to go over them real quick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, let's
The
go.
so first off is Kansas City on the 8th of May at the Uptown Theater. Uh, on the 10th of May is Austin, Texas at the ACL Live at the Moody Theater. And the day after that, so the 11th of May, will be in Dallas, Texas at the House of Blues, Dallas. And the 13th is in Houston, Texas. So they have three. If you live in Texas and you're a Babymetal fan, you have three opportunities to see them, and you can see them back to back to back. Well, I don't know how close Austin,
Yeah,
Dallas, and Houston are. That might be not viable, but you have.
that might be like a 5 minute, 5 hour drive.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Texas is huge, so I don't know. I don't want to assume that. But at the in Houston, Texas, at the Renovation Music Center on the 15th in Atlanta, Georgia, they will be at the Tabernacle Atlanta, which is only 4 hours for me. And then May 17th, which is the one that we'll probably be attending, is Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Fillmore. Um, the 18th, they'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, at the Marathon Music Works, and their last U.S. stop is Columbus, Ohio, on the Rock on the Range. So those are all the U.S. tour dates, which I'm actually surprised. Some of the places they're coming because you would expect like some of the more major big cities like New York, like California and Las Vegas and all that stuff. So, well, California's not a city, but like San Antonio. No, wait, that's in Texas. Geography is not my strong suit. Los Angeles. There. The, uh, um, but like you like I would think like bigger major metropolitan cities, but I mean Dallas is in Houston, Texas. I think are pretty huge.
Yeah,
Charlotte's
I'm
not that.
surprised that it isn't in California.
Yeah. Oh, like Charlotte. I mean, it's big. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's small by any means, but it's not the largest by any means. It's like Charlotte's not that big compared to some other places. So I'm a little surprised they're coming here, but it'll be interesting to see. And I hope I hope they sell good. I hope they sell good. But I think Babymetal's got a large following in the U.S. I have a lot of friends. They don't listen to Japanese music. They listen to Babymetal. So um, it is
Yeah,
what it is. But um, I mean, I listen to Japanese music and I don't listen to Babymetal. So it goes both ways. It's like a it's like a two-way door. It's like it goes both ways. So yeah, because I have some friends they do not do Japanese music at all, but they love Babymetal. They'll listen to it. So we will see. By all means, even though they're not my first choice of a band, I'd love to go see them. It'd be really cool and it'd be something different and unique. So yeah, like we said, we're not going to make any promises by any means, but if there's a way to make it happen, we will try most definitely, and hopefully bring something special. If not, well,
yes.
it'll be just another week in the
It'll
news.
just be another week, and you might just hear a lot of noise on the 15th, right?
Yep.
But continuing on to our next piece of news, Evlo releases their new music video for Iwata Takanori's new film. It's called Never, and the music video is on their official YouTube page. It's interspliced with a promo for the movie that this theme song is according to. It's all right. It's a slower love song, and it's what Lisa usually does after Info, so I'm kind of happy. But yeah, I would definitely give it a listen to because it is the other song that is attached to Tripod EP2. But yeah, continuing on to another news. Straighteners is going to release a new double A side single, The Future Is Now and Time Leap in April. Straighteners is going on their 20th year anniversary, and that is very noticeable if you go to Japan and see all their. If you go to Tower Records, yeah, Tower Records is a big thing in Japan still. Not so much here, but yeah, it's still a big thing there. That they have a Straighteners tribute album where other bands do covers of their songs, and this double A side is going to be released on the 11th of April. And apparently it's going to be used for the theme song for Digimon Realize, a smartphone game in Japan.
Uh, you know how to make my heart break every time. I love Digimon, but I don't know about no smartphone game. We'll see. We'll see. I still need to play Hacker's Memory.
But yeah, continuing on to a couple other news here. AKB48 just released their new music video, Jabaja, All Night Long, on their official YouTube page. This song is their graduation song for this year. And usually around this time they release a graduation song to kind of say, hey, we did it. I won't forget the memories that we spent together, all that usual stuff. And it is a fairly high energy music video. And this is the first time that Okada Nana made the Senbatsu Center. And I don't keep up with AKB for their latest stuff, or latest members, but she's a fairly good looking girl. The ones that are second and third behind there is Saika Yamamoto and Sashihari Rino, and they've been with the group for a while now. But yeah, it's a really good song. I liked it. So. But yeah, with that, we're pretty much done with the news for now, and we will go on to the Oricron. And we're going to go to the singles first, like usual.
You know, I should get like a theme song for the Oricron.
We really do need to work up on a jingle on that.
Yeah, it's like a little something, like a little transitional music or something. I don't know. I gotta learn how to edit before we do any of that. So, I guess.
But yeah,
steps.
Baby steps for a growing podcast, right here.
Yeah, like. I wish I had more technical know-how, but I've never done anything like this, and I'm the one doing all the recording. So, usually I'll spend like a little free time trying to learn some of this, and lately I've been so busy I'll just
yeah, no, it's understandable.
Like it still sounds good, so you know,
everything runs. That's all that matters.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, let's go on to number 10 with the singles. It is Mountaintop and Shape of Miracle by Rad Rips. Now, Rad Rips is a fairly long-running band. I've listened to only Mountaintop, and it's a pretty good song. I personally like Rad Rips, and a couple of their older songs I've fell in love with. So, personally, I liked it.
I'll have to check that out.
And that sold. Yeah, it's really good. I would definitely, if you guys are gonna start with not some of the major bands, but a long-running band, Rad Rips is really good. They're still fairly popular in Japan too. The single accumulated to amount of close to 12,000 copies, 11,800. But it's not too bad. Now going back to up to number 9. It's STU48 once again with Darkness coming back up on the chart again
I think
with
this
a
is
lovely.
I think it's like the third week this has been on the chart.
Yeah, we didn't do it last week though, so
Oh,
unfortunately we couldn't get the chart for that. So I think that's why it came back up.
yeah, that's true.
So that did a lovely 12,000 copies. And if you want to kind of listen to our overview, you can just go back a couple episodes and kind of listen through that. And going up to number 8 is Ansang Futsu Stars, Unit song CDEN The Genesis. I have no idea what I just said.
The English translation says Big Stew Stars.
Big Stew Stars. We'll
Big
deal
Stew-
with that.
Big Stew Stars, Unit Song CD Eden.
Yes. And this is a game application song from Big Stew Stars, I guess.
It says it appears in Kiseki.
Kiseki. Kiseki no series, Hatsubai Fine, no members. It's probably a chapter from that song or from that game. So, but yeah, it's a Napoli game, and fucking Japan loves those.
Yes.
And that sold 200 copies more than the Darkness with 12,700.
Oh wow, yeah. I didn't realize it was that tight.
And continuing on to number 7, it's Mano UK by Heisei Jump. I believe this topped last week and just fell down to number 7. Yeah, and Heisei Jump is always good. So can't really say much about it. I wasn't able to listen to this yet. I did buy it, but I haven't downloaded it yet. Amazon, all that lovely jazz right there. It's in the queue. But yeah, sold. Yeah,
that's why I go. That's why I go with iTunes. Like I usually don't have that problem. Although I do think Amazon has a much wider selection at the end of the day.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I ended up choosing them, unfortunately. But that sold about 15,000 copies.
Not bad.
And continuing on up to number 6, it's Reframe and Yusu Ika Bakari by Amir. I actually really like the B-side song. It's called Raining. I really liked Raining compared to Reframe. Reframe was really good, but the other A-side wasn't really good in my mind. I really like Raining the best, which is the 4th song on the single.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's 4 songs. So it's
Yeah,
Refrain, Dazzling,
2
After Rain,
A-sides.
and then Raining.
Yeah, it's they had 2 A-sides and 2 B-sides. So
I'll have to check that out.
yeah, it's she's a soloist, and her name Amir is French for I love you. So I guess she really loves France.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, she's the same age as me. She's the same age as me and a day apart from me.
Well, oh wow. I know Haruna's my age, so I know the feeling. Although I feel old every
I guess
day.
I'm gonna become a big fan of her now.
We're one day apart. We've had the same life.
Yeah, we had the same life, but you're beautiful and more famous. But yeah, that sold a wonderful 18,000 copies. It did good compared to everything that happened this past week for singles. And once we get to the singles part, you'll understand why. Going up
Yes.
next is Breaking the Road by Gang Parade. And I am gonna go for the Indie Idol group for Gang Parade because they are a very good band. Very good idol group. And the song was really good. It was really good.
I've
had a
not
it
had
had
a
a
chance to
rock
listen to it, so
it had a rock influence on it. That's why the only reason why I kind of liked it. So, and that sold 25,000 copies. And this is where the line kind of gets a little thin because with number 4 they sold only like 180 more.
yeah.
And continuing yeah. Continue on to number 4. It's Katani My Soul by Dish. And Dish, man, if you guys watch the music video for this, those shoulder pads.
Yeah,
They
I
are
want to watch it
a
just for the shoulder pads.
they
Like,
are a 5-member band with 2 guitarists, a bassist, a drummer, and a keyboardist, and wearing these like Sagat level size shoulder pads. And the song is not too bad. I really liked it. So there was one thing that just threw me off though,
yeah.
is like 2 of the members like had heavy eyeshadow on them, and not like it's not on both eyes. It's only on one eye, so it looked like they just got a black eye instead of having mascara or eye shade on it. It just stumped me when I saw that.
Okay.
And this, if you guys don't know, they are a dance rock band. That's the clarification, which explains a lot from the music video because they were dancing half the time until the chorus, where they were actually holding their instruments. Yeah, those micromanagement genres that you got to do. And they sold a lovely 26,000 copies, 26,200 to be precise. So not too bad. And continuing on to Acacia by Exile the Second. Exile the Second is it's like AKB where they have like subgroups now. So if you do like your poppin' and lockin' beats, the single is the best for you.
I do like my poppin' locks. I do like my poppin'
Yeah,
locks.
poppin' locks. As long as it's the Deitch, right?
Oh yeah, I mean he's the king. Like I don't want to oversell him, but like for me, he is like he just reminds me of like this is gonna sound so bad, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Like he reminds me of like a Japanese Michael Jackson, and I love it. I love every bit of
Oh
it.
wow.
Like he has a best of album um that is coming out in next week. It's the 7th, so it would be this Wednesday, and it's available on iTunes in America. You can pre-order it now, and if you do, you
Mm-hmm.
get song 14 on the second album because it's 2 albums,
No, nice.
and Dive
Nice,
is
nice,
really
nice.
good, but it's got all of his hits, all of his hits. Excite, it's the right time, uh, replay. Like it's like I am excited, but we'll talk about that next week after I've had it in my life for 2 days and it'll take over. Like I'm already listening to Dive on repeat, and I have replay. So it's more of everything else. Cry and Fight's another really good song. Oh man, I
So
love
so it's
Daichi.
gonna kick out little Glee Monsters for a bit.
Probably. But the thing about Daichi Miura is and I did this Monday night, is like I spent 20 minutes just watching his music videos because I love the choreography in his music videos. Like the man can dance, and so I'm like, yeah, the song's good, but dag, look at them moves. Like when you're at a club, or you know, you think you got like the hottest dance moves, and you're trying to woo a significant other, you think you look like him, and in reality, you don't. Because like I mean, just like the way that man, I can't dance like that. I am awkward by nature. Like my coworker says, I have the goofiest run. Like nothing I do looks fluid or natural, and so like I look at him and I'm like, man, I like you look so cool and so like I can't say what I want to say, but he just looks so awesome, and I'm like, I wish I just wish I had that smooth and the swag and the stack. Ah, I love Daichi Miura. I do. I love him. I love him. Like probably my favorite male solo artist in Japan. Like easy. I mean, there's other great male solo artists, but they're number two to Daichi. Like that, and he's got a great voice too. He's got a great voice. Oh, all right. Next week we'll talk more about Daichi Miura. I promise. There'll be more. There will be a part 2 to this. It'll basically be.
I was gonna say is our next one after Kodakumi is gonna be Daichi.
Well, I mean, it can be, but I'm not uber familiar with his catalog because I've tried to order like one of his albums because I wanted to hear I had never heard of Daichi Miura until I watched Parasite, the Maxim, because he did the ending theme for that, and that was what turned me on to Daichi Miura. And Parasite the Maxim wasn't that long ago. But I ever since then, like I've just tried to listen to like a couple of like music videos and stuff like that. But like if I wanted to listen to like his music, I'd have to import a CD. And I can't really listen to CDs unless I'm in my car, so that's kind of hard. And I don't have $50 to throw at a CD, so I haven't actually had a chance to listen to a lot of his music. So that's one reason I'm uber excited for this album. Is it's like there's some songs like I've seen in like music videos and stuff like that I really love, and but like I've never got to really just like listen to them like while I'm like just doing my thing, or have like my headphones on and just blasting or riding down the road. Like that to me is when I'm experiencing music, and that's what I'm excited for. Also, just have It's the Right Time on loop is going to be a blessing in and of itself, because I love that song. That song is amazing. And it's very moving. It's been a song that I will listen to if I have doubt about some decision or thing that I'm doing in my life. I will listen to that song and it'll inspire me to do whatever it is. I mean, I'm fairly certain that song is talking more about a relationship, but it can apply to many things because it's the right time.
Just decisions in general.
It's the right time. You're not getting younger, and sometimes you just got to make a move. So it again. Like I said, more next week. I'm not the only huge Daichi Miura fan on the show, so I won't be alone. But yeah, that's next week.
That'll be next week.
I can go on Daichi for a while. I will say I'm excited.
But yeah, for the
counting the days.
But yeah, The Exile, the second. The single sold about 60,000 copies, which is really good, actually, all things considering. And then with number 2, it is by Tsubaki Factory, and it's Teon Yakido, Shunrikan, I Need You, Yosoka Kashinsha.
That's just
I guess they couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't decide which one was gonna be the A and which one's gonna be the B, so they just put all
listed
3 of
4
it on the
songs.
title. Yeah.
Well, except none of the
Yeah.
except there's only 2 songs on this album. Low Temperature Burn and Spring Love Song.
Oh no, there's 3. There's 3.
I Need You.
I Need
Ferris
You
Wheel
is
of the Night.
Yes.
What's that supposed to mean? You know, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Unfortunately for me, these types of idols are the kind of idols I do not like listening to. Well, what I think it is, because it's high pitch, idols, and as much, yeah. And if you guys don't know, so Tsubaki Factory is a idol group out of Hello Project. So the main subscription to the Morning Musume. So it's like their like subsidiaries. I mean, they kind of occasionally they do some things with them too. But yeah, these are the type of idols that I usually stand away from. It feels like my ears are dying on the inside. But yeah, that's a very respectable 68,000 copies. And now going up to number 1, it is Arashi. I was waiting for the week that we were going to do Arashi because I get to finally show you guys the numbers that they pull. Find the answer for Arashi close to 40,000 copies.
400,000.
400,000. I have to mistake myself there. I'm off a digit. I'm just flabbergasted.
So does their name mean storm?
Yeah, their name means storm because they thought they were going to take the music industry by storm.
And it looks like they did. They succeeded. But the Google Translate
they
has
are
storm, so that's why I was like, what is storm, and how did they pull these numbers? And then when you said Adachi, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, they killed it.
Yeah. So they've been a major fixture in the Japanese music industry. For the most part, if you say Adachi, most Japanese people will know who they are. A good friend of mine is like Hawaii's number 1 fangirl for them. The point that her Twitter is just full of Arashi. And then complaint about work, and then back to Arashi.
Well, I mean, you got to fit in what's important.
Man, oh man. But yeah, Find the Answer is a really good song. It's a very nice, good tempo melody song, and I really liked it too, honestly.
How does she like it? That's the better question.
I'm pretty sure she was going over every single time they weren't on a music station and translating every single interview. Yeah, she really like that. That's like a given for her. Like if I open, that's how I catch up on my Arashi news, is living vicariously through her.
So what do they do today? You gotta tell me.
Yeah, you gotta tell me. I wake up and I just see like 25 tweets about it. Yeah. Yeah, I was waiting the day to see when Arashi was gonna pop up again, but yeah, close to 400,000 copies.
That's good.
That is
like I really like both of their songs at the Kohaku, and I've been wanting to dive more into their music and just haven't had the opportunity. So like I really want to check this out and give it a listen to, because they've got talent.
If we do Arashi one, I need to drag her on this show, and we'll have 3 hours. We'll have a 3-hour podcast with her just going on.
It's what the show's for. It's for fans to be fans.
It's what the show's. It's for fans to be fans.
Like.
But yeah, with that, let's continue on to the albums. And guess who's down there at number 10? Your boys.
Hanging in there.
Yep, they're back up there. They're hanging in there. I guess the albums they got it. But yeah,
I'm
Wanima, everybody.
I'm so glad that people seem to be taking to this album. I think like the future's only gonna be bright for them. Like they're talented, and they got a long ways to go. So it'll be interesting to see. This will probably be the last time we see everybody, though. I don't think it'll spike again. I could be wrong. I would love to be wrong, but we will see.
You could be wrong, because number 9. But yeah,
number 9.
Wanima, once again. Yeah, Wanima sold 4,500 copies, and continuing on up to number 9. Once again, Love to Pop by DJ Wah. Back again on her monthly appearance on the charts at this point.
It's just like once a month she has to sell well. It's required.
It's required at this point. Yeah, I think she's appeared at least once or twice every month since we've done the podcast.
Like just like number 5 is required talking every week.
Yeah, I get,
Slight
and
spoiler,
you probably know what number 5 is. Slight spoiler, but you probably already know what that is. But yeah, that's all. 6,000 copies were very respectable. Going up to number 8 is Double Rainbow, Takoyaki Rainbow.
My lord, this cover.
They are a cons. My lord, this cover is very red.
And pink, and there's a rainbow. Of course
pink.
There's a rainbow. Why would there not be a rainbow?
Of course there's. I mean, they're called Takoyaki Rainbow, my friend.
And the name of the album is Double Rainbow. And there's 2 rainbows on the cover. Although they're not in the same place. Like, one's just part of the name of the group, and then the other one, they're holding up a rainbow. And I'm like, what's this special? This should be cherished and stored somewhere.
Hopefully, they also are one of those type of indie idol bands that are just, oh my ears.
I get the feeling, like just looking at them, I'm like I can't imagine this not being high pitched. If it's it would be really weird if they were death metal. It's like,
oh man, I would have loved it. I would have loved it. I think I would have had. They would have a new fan within Ken.
I'm like, man, they have like the weirdest. Like that would just be like I mean, like their image like gives you an idea of what they are, and it'd just be really weird if they were the polar opposite of what their image is. But yeah, that sold a wonderful 6,499 copies, only 344 more than DJ Wah. These albums are tight and small this week.
Yeah, I think mostly because Arashi just took everything.
Yeah, they cleared the path.
Yeah. Going on up to number 7, it is XYZ Repainting by Sexy Zone. Once again, we've talked about this on our on our Valentine's Day-ish episode. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can listen to our reactions to what we said then. And that sold a lovely 8,700 copies. And going up to number 6, it's New Piece by Skypiece. Now, if you guys don't know what Skypiece is, they're a fairly famous Japanese YouTubers. So they do a lot of comedy and sketches that typical YouTubers mostly do. Personally, a lot of their songs are very wacky, and I love it. However, the song that I like the most isn't on this album.
That's how it goes.
And yeah, and it's funny because that song is like a huge bash towards nerd culture, and I love it because it's such a because they take it to the extreme. But yeah, a lot of their music videos are on their official YouTube channel. Give them a listen if you kind of like their zaniness, because it's really Japanese comedies. So if you guys don't understand Japanese comedies, for the most part, you might not like them. But for me, it's hilarious because I love those types of comedies.
For me, Japanese comedy, like I think it depends on the day of the week. Like sometimes I really get it, and there are some days I really don't. And sometimes I'll still laugh anyways, even if I don't get it. But yeah, it just depends. It's not always the easiest thing to pick up on.
Yeah, because a lot of it is nuances on certain words, but yeah. And that sold a very respectable 13,000 copies. Not too bad. Now going up to number 5. Once again, our weekly rundown of finally. Finally. Once again, I will be shocked, just shocked to see where this finally gets knocked off 2 weeks in a row.
I mean it's coming down. I mean it's down from last week, whatever it was last week. But
yeah.
It's still hanging in there. It's still it is a little engine that could, only it's a big great engine, diesel jet liner just barreling through.
Diesel jet.
I know I can find like 8 things together because it's just like this is an unstoppable force. It's juggernaut just going through a wall.
Yeah. And it sold 15,000 copies. Not too bad, once again. But at this point, I'm pretty sure it broke 2 million.
Oh, easily.
So.
Easily.
Yeah, easily. So. But yeah. Going up to number 4. It is Eddie Leo with Time. I actually bought this the other day too, and I've been really liking it. What was I think it was the third song. The third song I really did like. It's called Relax, and it's very soothing. Ironic. So I mean, it goes with the title. It helps me relax.
Real quick, just for the month of February, finally placed 3rd for the monthly sales figures, and it sold 166,000 copies.
Yeah, I think with that, it did break 2 million at this point.
Wanima was number 2 with 171,000 copies.
Nice. That is good overall sales then.
And AKB was number 1 with over 500,000.
I'm not really surprised with that, but yeah. I mean, they got most of it. They got half of it from that first week of sales.
Oh, yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Hey, Juice is number 7 with 65,000. So
it's not too bad then. Not too bad at all. But yeah. Leo Idore. She is a a Japanese vocalist, just a single vocalist. She sings a lot of calming, relaxing pop songs, so I really like her. I'm looking forward to more stuff by her. I kind of just on a whim bought the album. So with that, it sold 15,000 copies. Not too bad. And going up to number 3. Once again, it is EXO with Countdown. They've been kind of going up and down the charts for the last couple weeks. And if you want to listen to our reactions, that was the Dos Compadre episode that you and Luna did, if I remember correctly, when they first showed up, right, Gray?
Yes. Although neither one of us has listened to it, so there's a lot more stumbling around it more than anything else. But yeah.
I think Luna listened to it the week after I gave the impression.
I think so. Yeah.
So
I think she did.
Yeah. But that sold a respectable 18,000 copies once again. And number 2 is, this is very surprising. So number 2 is The Greatest Show, The Greatest Showman official soundtrack, based off the movie The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, the movie.
The movie.
Hugh Jackman movie.
I was gonna say, I believe Hugh Jackman is the main in that movie.
Yeah, Zac Efron, Hugh Jackman, the Z girl. It's not Zenyatta. She's not a robot with 6 arms. Zendaya.
The one that was in Spider-Man.
Zendaya.
The one in Spider-Man.
Yeah,
right?
Zendaya. That's her name. I was like, Zen something. Yeah. Zenyatta, Zendaya.
Zemetra.
So yes.
But...
Yeah. It is that soundtrack. So if you've seen the movie, if you're a fan, then Japan agreed, and it's.
Japan did agree.
It's gone up in sales. It's not like apparently it charted last week and it's gone up in popularity. So
yeah, because apparently that movie became very popular in Japan to the point that a lot of movie stars are going to see it and tweeted about it or Instagrammed it. And I was like, okay, then I guess The Greatest Showman. I guess I love that Hugh Jackman.
Well, I wanted to see it because the person that I could be wrong. I'm no expert on all this stuff, but the person that did the music for this, the guy that wrote most of the music for Greatest Showman, was the one that wrote most of the music for La La Land, and I love La La Land. Like I've seen that movie 80 times, so that I wanted to see that, but I just haven't seen it. So I don't.
Maybe that's another reason why.
Yes, yeah, because La La Land was insane and uber popular for a musical.
But yeah, that sold a lovely 23,000 copies this time around. And now going up to number 1, I by Juju. And she's a very, 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 very attractive singer.
You are not wrong.
That was the first. That was the first thing me and Gray agreed on here.
I haven't listened to her music, so I can't have an opinion on that. But I mean, I can look at the girl and tell you she's attractive. Very attractive. Like, yeah, go. But yeah.
Yeah, I believe Luna has listened to this.
I think she's a huge Juju fan. I'm like, man, she's working some magic on me. I'll tell you that much.
Oh man. So she'll probably report back to us about that more so than we could, because we were just mostly just gawking at her.
Sorry. Boys will be boys sometimes.
Yeah, so boys will be boys. The Dos Compadres, man. that sold a wonderful 28,000 copies.
Yeah.
You know, there is something that I do need to bring up with Arashi being number one
Yes.
for this week. They are the first group to reach 50 titles in the number one position.
Oh wow. That is crazy.
So 50 singles number one singles compilations hitting the number one spot. They are the first one ever to do that, and good on them because they are a major force of this industry in Japan. So that will show why. So
Yep. That is crazy. And yeah, they took all the oxygen in the room and just like, yeah, no, we're gonna burn this week, every one of you. So don't even try. And man, they
don't
succeeded.
even try. Yeah.
Like Tsubaki factory low temperature burn. You got a high temperature burn because they burned you.
Yeah, I know, right? Jeez. Oh my goodness. But with that, we are pretty much done with this week's episode. I want to say thank you once again. And let us know how we did on our Scandal episode, because I'm really looking forward to seeing how you all like that episode. And if we do need to do some changes on our next one, which will probably be Kodakumi, then we'll know what to do the next time around.
Yeah, I really did enjoy this Scandal episode. It was a good break from the regular format that we do, and that was, it was really nice to put something out there that for me was a giant love letter to this band that I've just been in love with for the past 4 years of my life. So that in many ways is fulfilling in and of itself. And if Scandal, if you're listening to the show, and if you ever listen to that one, I just want you guys to know I love every one of you. Even if I had to pick two of my favorites, I still love the other two as well.
And I'm sorry, man. I'm just all Tomomi.
I will tell her, Runa, you said that.
Oh,
and I'll
man.
watch Rena throw the drumstick at you.
I mean, I might like that, personally. Personally, I might like that. But,
he likes the violence.
And I like the violence. But yeah, once again, thank you to listening to Ongaku to You. We will continue on next week with all three of us, as with the three amigos. But yeah, thank you once again.
Moving forward, we will be recording on Fridays. I know, like month of February was chaos for the three of us, so it was really hard to have a regular record date, and that was just how the chips fell. But moving forward, we're actually moving to Fridays for regular recording for the moment. That could change too, but right now, Thursdays aren't going to work for us, so you'll be getting the show a day later. But that it gives us more time to listen to the music that comes out on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I think it's Wednesdays. So
it is Tuesday and Wednesdays, yeah.
Yeah, so it gives us more time to listen. So I think in a lot of ways we'll be better off. We could deliver a better show for you.
Yeah.
And I think we'll benefit from it. So, look forward to hanging with us. And well, we went a lot longer than I was expecting.
I'm telling you, those are Dos Compadres episodes.
Yeah. Me and Luna went for an hour and a half, just rambling. I don't know why. The three of us get together, we have a concise, quick and easy episode, and then two people just start having a back and forth conversation. It just takes some time.
It just goes off the rails.
if you know me from my day to day life, like there are no rails. If I saw a rail, I would rip it out of the ground and throw it at you. Just like no, like it. Like there's nothing structured about my life other than the time I go into work and the time I get off work, because I have a very set 5-day work week schedule. Other than that, it is off the walls, because there's not a single day at my job that's the same. Like every day is different. There's always something new. It's always chaos in some manner or fashion. That's why it's hard for me to develop habits. Is because it's like there's no 2 days that are the same. So whew. like like meh. Like I don't need like I like structure a little bit, but going off the rails, that's just as fun. It gets lets people see who we are as people.
It's a little spice of life right there. But yeah, you can reach us at ongaku2u@gmail.com and on Twitter at ongaku2u.
Well, Luna is just got home. Just do you want to see if she wants to hop on?
No, I think we kind of overkilled it already.
That's true. That's true. It is. I was half expecting her to just pop in, but she probably doesn't want to pop in on the off chance that we're still recording. Oh.
But yeah, once again, thank you very much to listening to Ongaku to You. This is Ken signing off.
And this is Gray signing off. Have a great day. Bye.